Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. Today I am going to go through my 2026 handbag collection. Full disclosure, I filmed this once already, but I cut off half my head because I wasn't paying attention to the framing. So unfortunately this version is going to be a little less organized than that version was because I just do not have the time. It is a sunny day, I want to go get a beer, so we're just going to go through these at random. I'll try and maybe like group them as I go if I can. But ultimately my goal today is to get out into the sunshine and get a beer. So I hope you'll forgive that. But I thought I've added some bags to the collection. It's been a while since I've done a full version of it. So that's what we're doing today. If you're new here, my name is Kim. I love fashion, travel, and the details of everyday life. If that sounds like something you're interested in, I hope you'll subscribe and join me along the way. All right, let's jump into it. Let's start with my most used bag, and I think maybe one of the oldest bags in this collection. So this is the Staud Mini Shirley. I believe I bought this in late 2018, and it has been pretty much my everyday bag since. At the time, I believe this was around $300. I think they're still roughly around that price, maybe a little more. Maybe this was like $250 and now they're almost $300. Regardless, I do believe this bag is under $300 new, and you can usually get it resale for around $100. It's just a big bucket bag style. It comes with this pouch that I almost never use because at least you can zip it and stuff if you're worried about that. But otherwise it's just a big empty container. I like to Tetris things and overload my bags, so I don't use this pouch. I instead just kind of shove everything in and hope for the best. I have never really lost anything because this bag tipped over. I mean, obviously if it tips over, some things might fall out, but it keeps things in surprisingly well. So that's not been an issue. Adjustable crossbody strap. I really love the contrast stitching on this bag. The handle is really what drew me to it. It's like a very basic bag, but this squared handle I always thought was really cool, fresh and modern. It gives just a little bit of edge to what is otherwise like a very basic bag. This is smooth calfskin leather, and like I said, I have pretty much used this every day since I bought it, so almost 7 years now. And I've taken it on international trips. I've packed it into other bags and stuffed it full of stuff. Like, it's been a workhorse and it has worn so well. I would most definitely repurchase this bag. It comes in a bunch of colors. They do seasonal things. Just cannot say enough good things about the Staud Mini Shirley. And I loved it so much that I bought it in the larger size. So this is the regular Shirley. I get a lot less use out of this. I had initially purchased it as a laptop bag to go into the office. However, my work assigned laptop was always bigger than this bag. My personal laptop fits, so if I'm just going to a coffee shop or something, I can totally fit that in here. But if I, like, for whatever reason, the work laptops that I have had have been too big. So it hasn't been used for its intended purpose as much as I had hoped, but it's still a great bag. I also use it for like, I took it to Banya 5, which is like a Russian spa that we have here. Just pack it full of stuff. Again, it's just a big empty container on the inside. It's got a shoulder strap. This one doesn't do crossbody quite so well, but I don't think you'd really want it crossbodied. I mean, you could, but I wouldn't recommend it. They have feet on the bottom. The mini one does as well, so that's a really nice thing. And again, it just like wears really well. This leather does so well. It has a big pouch in it, again, that I don't use because I like to stuff my bags full, and I just don't find that pouch super helpful. I use this one more than I use the small pouch just because like it can fit a lot more in here, and if I just have my laptop and then a bunch of little things, I might use the pouch then. You could also use this as a cute little clutch. I haven't, but it's definitely an option, so that's a 2-for-1. I don't remember the price of this bag at the moment. I think it's probably around the 400 range. But yeah, I'm hoping to get a lot more use out of this bag. I need to start working from coffee shops more. So, and using my laptop, and yeah. So, good bag. Oh, the other thing that's kind of cool about these is that you can take the straps off. So you can top handle these because the strap and the strap on the small one do come off, so they can just be a top handle bag. But this gets quite heavy if you pack it full, so I wouldn't recommend that. Okay, we'll just stick with Staud because that's where we're at. I have like 4 Staud bags because I like that brand so much. So this is the Staud Mini Moon bag in the mirrored chrome. I got this bag. You guys remember when everybody went off on silver like 3 years ago because Beyonce had her birthday and she told everybody to show up in silver, and that just like a whole trend blew up around that. That's when I got this bag. I have a pair of Sam Edelman shoes that match it, so that's fun. Anyway, it's just a little moon-shaped bag. It doesn't fit a ton, but I still really enjoy it. Just like a big compartment. You can't really see all that well in there, but there's a little zippered back pocket, and then the closure is just this little clasp that connects together like so. And then you can connect this crossbody strap to the rings on the inside, like right here. Again, it's kind of hard to show you because it's such a like narrow bag to get into. It is hard to get in and out of this bag, so it's not the most practical, but let's be honest. Great bag, I really, really love it. It's fun for those going out nights. It's not like a bag I'm gonna get a ton of use out of, and I knew that when I bought it. I am trying to find more ways to wear like metallics and chrome as casual pieces, but I live in Seattle, so the opportunities for that are pretty minimal. Still, this is a great little bag. They do these in tons of different colors, and I have it as well in this raffia version, which is a little bit bigger. I think this might be the medium size, and they make it in a large size as well. So I think they make it in several sizes. I don't know, you'd have to check the website, but I have it in 2 different sizes. This one is slightly bigger. I got this one on super sale at Nordstrom Rack. It's much like, it's a little bit bigger, a lot easier to get in and out of just because this material is a lot more flexible. Again, the closure is pretty simple. It's just this little, oh, this one is a little different because it, like the other one, the silver one kind of goes this way to snap, and the tan one goes this way to snap. So this is actually harder to close in all honesty. This one also doesn't have a crossbody, so this is only a top handle, or you could shoulder it, I guess. It's a little bit big enough to do that, but I don't think that'd be very comfortable in all honesty. And if you're wearing any kind of jacket, or if you have bigger shoulders than I do, and I'm like a medium-sized human, this might be a little difficult. So I haven't used this one at all because I just got it last fall, and it's just now warming up enough to be like ready for raffia season, but I'm excited to wear it. So yeah, so these are my other 2 little Staud bags, really cute. Staud has a couple of other styles that I really, really am interested in. They've got the Harlow bag, and then they do some really cute beaded styles. So if you haven't looked into Staud and you are looking for some cute everyday bags or statement bags, I think they've got something for every like occasion. It's a great brand. Their bags are worth the money in terms of value. They are usually between like $200 and $600 depending on what you get. They've got some cool customization options. Like, cannot say enough good things about Staud. It is definitely one of the brands I like look at first when I'm looking for a bag. So okay, we're in the raffia. Let's just keep going. These are 2 no name, like not brand named bags that I got from a vendor at the farmer's market here at the Fremont Market. His name is Mr. Velos. I believe these are made in Acapulco or somewhere in Mexico. I think he's from Mexico, or his family's from Mexico. Anyway, he has these like cool little bags. I think they're really fun. I can fit my laptop in here, my smaller laptop, which I think is really fun as like a little, this is like a fun summer work bag for me. It does get heavy, but if you're not carrying more than like a laptop and a couple of minor things, like what a fun summer work bag. So I really like these, not much to say about them. They get complimented a lot. You can get something like that on Etsy. You can probably find them at your farmer's market. Go on vacation to Mexico, get one down there, because it's very much like the vibe. Like, you can find these pretty much anywhere. I don't support buying most brand name, especially the high-end brand name raffia bags or wicker bags. Like, buy it when you go on vacation from the local people. Speaking of local wicker, this was something I bought again at a local vendor pop-up. I don't know the name of the vendor, but it's become my summer market bag. It gets really heavy if I load it up with vegetables, but it's so cool and I really love it. Great for beaches, things like that, markets. Not a brand name, but it's in the collection. So I thought I would show you, and it holds all my raffia bags for me. So that's fun. Okay, moving on to other summer bags. Well, I'll just stick with, well, I'll show you the one I was using today. So this is the one I'm using today. This is the Polene Cyme bag. You probably will know the shape a little bit better if I pull it out like this. This is kind of the shape. I've had this bag for probably 5 years now. I don't use it that often because obviously it's a very like summer seasonal bag, and also it's a little bit, it's probably the fussiest and easiest to like damage bag in my collection, and it is actually damaged. This is, I think, the one bag I would not repurchase in my entire collection, which is a bummer. I love Polene. I have other Polene bags. I think that the full leather version of this is great. If you watch my unboxing video of it, somebody in the comments was like, it's not full leather, it doesn't come with a pouch like the other ones, and like it's as much or more than the full leather one, like send it back. And I didn't listen, and I don't regret keeping it, but again, I wouldn't repurchase it, and I wouldn't recommend it. So it is this like woven canvas cotton exterior, which is not holding its shape. Like it's just, you know, and the thing about Polene bags is that they're very architectural, so that it's losing its shape is kind of a bummer. And I try and keep it stuffed and stuff, and like, you know, I try and help with stuffing and like making sure that I'm putting it in the right places, but it is just, it's losing its shape. It's something like about getting it dirty. I'm pretty concerned. They do say it's coated. I haven't had too many problems, but you know, it's a light colored cotton material. It's gonna get dirty at some point, so I do have to be quite cautious. And then most tragically, it's ripped. So this is the lining, and it's come away from this part where the leather strap is. I could send this to Polene and they would ship it back to France and have it repaired for me and stuff, but only if you go in store, and the nearest store that's Polene is New York. I do think I'm gonna have my friend take this, but he goes back and forth between Seattle and New York. I think I'm gonna have him take this back for me and give it to them so that they can ship it over and have it repaired and serviced and send it back. But it's just a hassle, and I haven't complained to their customer service or tried anything, so I can't comment on that. But I don't know, it's not been the most durable or value for money bag, but I do think it's beautiful. Hi. I'm gonna feel so awkward doing this.
I'll go sit on the porch.
Well, you can, or you don't have to. You can.
I'll just sit on the porch.
Okay.
You enjoy.
Okay, I'll try and be fast. Okay, this one is another little fabric bag, but this one my sister made for me, and so I literally just got this in the mail 2 weeks ago. She knit or crocheted this exterior, she sewed this interior material into it, which is quite cute. And then one of her friends, who is going to like fashion design school in Estonia, helped her sew these straps on. So I haven't had a chance to use this yet, but it's a gift from my sister, so thanks, Kat. And we're looking forward to using it this summer. It's nice that these straps are really long. I wish that they were a little bit more supple, but it's gotta get worn in, so that's all right. This one is also new, free bag with purchase. I wouldn't normally show you a tote bag, but it's a cool one. So Celine is one of those brands that'll occasionally give you a tote bag with purchase, and honestly, they come in so handy. So I don't know, it was there. I thought I'd show you. It's kind of boring, so I won't go into it, but it's also a nice coated canvas. This is one of the nicer bags that they've sent me. I think that's in their current free gift with purchase, so worth checking out their website. Okay, this is my most used work bag. This is an all leather tote bag from All Saints. I have beat this to hell, and you can tell that because, where is it? Yeah, look at this. Look at how sad that is. This is coming apart. Whatever the leather bit on the sides of these things is coming off. Like, I have used this for my work tote for probably 5 years now. I love the whip stitch detailing. I think it makes it really interesting and unique, better than just like your average black tote bag. Pebbled leather always holds up really, really well. All I really need to do is take this to a leather specialist. They can repair it and it will be good as new, but it's just big old compartment. Zipper's closed so you can have it be more secure. and it fits so much. This is one of the bags I take with me on all my international trips, overnights and stuff like that. So they don't make this anymore. It's older, but I would say like All Saints bags in general are quite cool. And you know, having a basic black bag in your closet, really useful, but you always want to find some kind of interesting little details, right? Because especially with like the minimalist kind of trends we've been seeing lately, there's a lot of really boring black bags out there, but she ain't one of them. Let's show you something a little bit more interesting. This is probably one of my other most used bags, one of my favorite black bags. This is from Strathberry. Love this brand. It is a bit more expensive. I'd say it's more on the premium side. They're under $1,000 usually. Their bags range from like, sorry, this little piece of hair is annoying me. Like I would say $300 to $1,000 roughly. I think they are starting to move into a slightly higher price point. I would say it's worth it. This is a very nice bag. It is definitely a step up from Staud, though I would probably put it in the same category as Polene in terms of quality for the most part and experience. They are more expensive than Polene. So Strathberry is a Scottish brand. They're this kind of hardware they're really famous for. It's kind of their signature hardware. This is the magnetic closure, and then inside is just this big open pocket, little back pocket right there. This fits so much. This is the East-West Soft. Again, I don't think this is a style that they make very often, or if they do, they're doing the mini version of this. This bag is usually around $700 if you get full price for it. I got mine closer to $600, between $550 and $600. So that was really cool. Again, I've taken this everywhere around the world with me. Like, I wear it a ton. It's just been one of the best bags I own. I love that I can double up this chain and make it a shoulder bag. I can crossbody it. If I wanted to, I can hide this inside and wear it as a clutch, but that's a little strange. And I really like this chain detailing. Like, look how cool that is. So I've done a full unboxing video and I think a bit more of a review of this one, which you can find. I'll link it over here. Okay, we're just gonna start going through what's over here. This is my Pinko Classic Love Bag. I've had this for a number of years, but it is probably one of the lesser used bags in my collection. To me, this is very much like a spring-summer bag, which is why it doesn't get quite as much use. And I think the real thing that I struggle with is that the internal compartments is like divided into two. This is not my preference. I really like a big open compartment. Again, I've said I'm a Tetriser, like everything needs to be put in its little slots so I can fit as much in as I want to. So yeah, not as used as I would like, but still gets a decent amount of use in the summer. I really like these little lovebirds. This is kind of a Pinko signature. Pinko's an Italian brand, and they do really good work. This is a very nice bag. They're not too expensive. I think they're, again, in that like $300 to $500 range. You might be able to find it cheaper. Really nice, substantial chain. And I appreciate that they do this leather bit here. When you have these chain straps, this really digs in. Strathberry has the same thing on theirs. So smart. So if you're looking at a bag and it's just got chain on it, just know that you would prefer this if you can find it. It's not like a deal breaker for me on bags, but this is just much better. Okay, pride and joy of my life is my Chanel bag. This was my gift to self for my 40th birthday this year, and it's the most expensive bag in my collection. 2019 spring summer. The boy bag is my favorite Chanel style. There's a couple of Chanel bags I've been enjoying lately, but this is my favorite one, and I suspect the style that I will end up collecting the most of over my life because I'm becoming a Chanel girl. She's just beautiful. Look at this beading. It's so pretty. Anyway, little lock closure. You just pinch in on the sides to open it up. And then we have really hefty chain. It's just a big open container, like I said I like. I think this is the medium size, if I'm correct. And then we've got this really nice heavy chain. So that's like, again, with the leather strap. So love this. Not taking her out as much as I would like to. I do think it's just a little bit more special, and it's not that I am worried about taking Chanel out. It's just that like it's a little more of a statement piece, and so sometimes a little harder to style, but she's great and she needs to get a little bit more time in the sun out. So hopefully we can do that soon. Haven't had her long enough to say a ton about it, but yeah, I just love her so much. She's so beautiful. Okay, this is my very first like ultra luxury bag. This is the Celine medium box bag, classic. It's a Phoebe Philo era bag. This just like hooks like that, which is kind of cool. And then it is a dual compartment bag, little pockets in the front, divider, this one, and then there's a zipper pocket back here. This is box leather, so it does get beat up pretty easily. You do have to be quite careful with it if you don't want to scratch it. The reality is that if you have a box leather bag, it's gonna scratch, and that's okay. It's just like the way that the leather is. It doesn't, you know, it's not the end of the world. It's still in great shape. You can oftentimes buff them out, but like that's just, it's like riding saddle material, and I, you know, grew up around horses, so I do understand that. I definitely have gotten a couple of bigger scratches over here, but I'm not bothered by it. She's beautiful. Does have a strap that I can crossbody with her, and again, I use her a little less because of the division inside. Like, it's just not as useful for the way that I run errands and things like that, but I've been finding more and more ways to wear her, and I just like, I thought about this bag for 2 years before I bought it, and I would never part with it, but I don't think I would purchase more of the same style, just because again, the division inside just doesn't work for me. This is a little easy one. Found this at a vintage store. No name. Gonna be cute for like fall and summer. Little interior pocket. Yeah, nothing major to say about this one. It doesn't fit my iPad, which I am actually quite bummed about, but you know, we'll see. It's just a fun one. Not much to say there. This one I wanted to show you because if you're in the Seattle area, this woman, I found her at the Fremont Market, and she makes these beautiful tote bags out of, I think, like recycled saris and stuff like that. She's an Indian girl. I don't remember her name, and I don't, you know, but it's pretty distinctive, so you should be able to find it. And it's holding my sewing bag. So the inside is like this lovely contrast material. This one has a back pocket, so you can put some like documents or important things in there if you don't want to lose them. This is a perfect size for like a night away bag. Fits a lot of cool things, and it's just beautiful. Or I use it for shopping sometimes too, like my shopping bag. So yeah, I wish that I knew her name. I don't see any kind of tags in here. She has a couple of different styles. Some of hers are reversible, so if you're in Seattle, check her out. She's at the Fremont Market, or at least that's where I found her. But you should be able to, I'm sure she's at other craft markets and stuff like that. She's local, so really cute bag there. Most recent addition to the collection is this Furla bag. So I bought this, well, my family bought this for my birthday present. It's a little mini bag. Again, kind of that bucket style, just like an empty compartment that you can fit stuff in. No real way to, it's not the most secure. There's a little back pocket where I put my cards and like zip that if I'm worried about it, or my keys because I don't want things to fall out. But then the only real closure is this. So not the most secure, but if I'm taking a bag like this out, I don't have much in here, and I don't know, I'm a form over function sometimes. It does have a crossbody strap. Connects to these D-rings on the outside, which I think is really nice. Like the Staud ones tend to connect on the inside, and that is a little like cumbersome. So I appreciate that Furla has theirs on the exterior, and then this like strap. Question, my friends say that this is more of a green color. It was advertised as yellow on the website, and to me this reads more yellow. I get that this is green and that this is maybe like a green undertone yellow, but I call it yellow. So we're debating about that. If you don't know Furla, you should check them out. They're a heritage Italian brand. Really great price point, really high quality. I did a whole unboxing on this one and like what fits inside of it. So again, you can watch that here. Get a little bit more information if you're interested. They do come in bigger sizes for this one, which I would get, but yeah, that's really cute. And then this is the bag I took out last night. This is my little wallet on chain from Michael Kors. About 80 bucks on the outlet. I love a wallet on chain for going out. You've got lots of card holders, a back pocket for like whatever you need. This is actually pretty spacious and can hold like my sunglasses last night, some keys and stuff like that. Or your phone if you want to put your phone on the inside. But I always just slip my phone into this back pocket. Fits perfectly. Little adjustable crossbody chain, which can be removed if you want to carry it as a clutch or as a wallet. So really versatile, and like again, like this nice black pebbled leather. For about 80 bucks, I was like, that's a steal. And I like the little bit hardware. It was really cute. Get lots of compliments on that one. This is probably my most useless bag, but I love it. This is from a brand called Loewe. It's a Turkish brand, and I bought this about 5 years ago because I got served an Instagram ad and I loved it. This was at the time the closest I thought I was going to be able to get to the puzzle, the Loewe puzzle, and it just, oh my god, what's wrong with me? Okay, it's giving very much puzzle vibes. When I wore this into the Loewe store in Portugal, the woman commented on it. She's like, wow, that's really giving puzzle vibes. It is, but it's definitely not a dupe. It's very different. It is technically a belt bag. There's a belt that comes with it that can go through here, and then like you belt it around your waist. Super popular circa, what, 2021? But I tend to wear it more as a, like this kind of style, or as a shoulder bag, because I like it that way. This to me is a bit more fall leaning, just because the colorway is called Harvest. And though I call it the most useless bag I own because like it's so impossible to fit anything in here. I can fit keys, a lipstick, and my phone, and maybe a card, and that's it. And I really have to weasel it in there. So it is pretty useless, but I love it. Camera died. They do have it in a larger size. Like I said, this is the Naomi style. Loewe is another really fun brand for like interesting and unique bags. The quality of the leather is really good. They are a bit more Strathberry pricing than Staud pricing, but you can get deals. Really, really cool. Check them out. They've got really interesting shapes, really fun styles. So never gonna get rid of that bag, but not the most useful. My Polene, my other Polene bag. This is the Mini Un. If you know Polene, you probably know it for this bag. This was their most popular. I bought this 6 years ago, and I have loved it ever since. What drew me to Polene in general, is this like architectural style that they have. So really cool, but you can kind of open this up a little bit more. I really like this grommet detailing that they have, like here, here, and then here. So you can adjust the length of this chain by pulling it out and hooking it through however you like. So that's how you adjust the chain length, which is quite cool, and I just really appreciate that. This closure does take a little bit of getting used to, but I've gotten there. And then it's just this beautiful brown bag with this pocket on the exterior. You can tell that this is an older version because of the chain strap. They now have leather versions. What they don't have is a leather and chain version, which I find to be very strange. I wish that they would solve that problem. I just have accepted this. I don't like the full leather version either. So I would still choose the chain, even though I know this is gonna dig, but it's just how I am. I can fit a decent amount in here, but still not that much. So if I need to pack a lot in and run errands, not the first bag I reach for, but still one of my favorites. And then the last bag, but not the least bag, is my Loewe puzzle. This bag I got off of Fashion File. I've gotten my Chanel, my Celine, and the Loewe all off of Fashion File. It's my favorite resale site. I just trust them. The quality that they have on there is excellent. They verify that everything is, you know, from the original stores and stuff like that. So yeah, really, really quality. I believe this is the medium or the small, I forget. Again, I have an unboxing video for this. But what I love about this bag is that it's just gigantic in there. Much like this is similar in capacity to this bag, and I think that's why these are two of my most used bags. This tricolor is pretty unusual for a Loewe puzzle. I really, really love that. Unfortunately, no feet. The original versions of these had feet. This is the puzzle original. It's not the puzzle edge. There's a little pocket in the back that I never use. Strap comes off and you can top handle it. It's really slouchy, so it's nice to just kind of clutch it. I really like that. But it fits everything, including a bottle of wine, more or less. So it's a bag I like to take with me quite often. Yeah, no complaints. It's really hard wearing because it's got this slight pebbling to it, and it's just been wonderful. Cannot recommend the puzzle enough. If you are thinking about getting one, 10 out of 10, do it. So yeah, all right, that's it. My friend is waiting for me. Sorry to rush this a little bit. If you have specific questions, put them in the comments below. I will link the videos that I've done of unboxings and reviews so that you can kind of check that out if you want some more information. But I am happy to do a full review or an update or anything on any of these bags I've shown you. So please put a comment in below if you have questions or if you're interested, or just let me know what your favorite one was, and consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.